It's like the third year in a row, yeah. Getting bigger and bigger. Just kidding. Tour's been good. It's kind of just the start of this leg, but kind of the end of the. Basically, we already had Australia already set up, so since that was already booked, we did. I mean, normally we would just go through the states, like the whole country, but since we already had Australia booked, we did the first half, like or a half of America, then went to Australia, and now the second half. So I mean, we've been going since like basically the record came out at the end of April, but on this leg, it's just the beginning. But it's been all the shows have been fun. We're probably just still like the fourth or fifth, but they've all been fun. And Portland's always a lot of fun. It's the only place on the tour that we played 2 nights in a row, and they're usually both pretty rad. Last night was crazy, so I'm having a good time. I lived out here for a while. It's the only other place I've ever lived besides back home in LA. Mickey Avalon. And who's your love thinking of? My favorite country, Australia. My favorite country. It really is. Look, I got the. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's just chalk. I got the flag. But everyone in Australia is like, that's like the most white like, that's like an American. Like if an Australian got the flag, it's like an American getting like a Confederate flag, which I didn't really know. But that actually kind of makes it cooler to me, because I don't know, because I like trashy people. But I've been going there for like 5 years straight, and I think it's the only place, like before, basically this will all tie into Portland too, because like, 17 years ago, I got married and had a kid, and then we thought, oh, we'll move to Portland because people are nice, are going to be nicer in Oregon because there's like hippies there. We were never hippies or anything, we just thought that. And so then we moved out here, and then people are no different here than anywhere else. If anything, I thought like some of the like so-called like, like hippie, like we'd go to health food store to get good food for the kid and stuff, and it's just like, I thought hippies were supposed to like everybody, but then I kind of learned they like other people that are in their same outfit, like dreadlocks, Birkenstocks, and I didn't, I had a shaved head and no Birkenstocks, so moved back, and to make a long story short, I was like, okay, people suck everywhere, so just go where the weather's good, and where I come from is where the weather's good, so that's what I basically thought for the rest of, most of my life. Then I went to Australia, and I found that, and I don't know for like people that are from there, but for me, I found a place where I actually thought that people were a notch cooler than everywhere else, and the weather was awesome. I mean, it's different in all places. Like, I really liked Coolangatta. I mean, I like the cities and all that stuff, but I just like staying on like the Gold Coast and Coolangatta, and like where all the surf contests are. It's like Snapper Rocks, like right there. And so that kind of changed I was like, okay, well, there's some places where the people don't suck. So first find good weather, and then if you can find a cool place. So if I could have any I need to get a visa, or if shit ever went down here, like, I don't know, I would move there.
Since life is short, let me cut to the chase. I like pain and pleasure and leather and legs.
Pretty much, I like the beach. I like, I don't know, I mean, I never really had the money to be fully like, I don't know, I've seen things on, I guess like just be in some fancy place, not even fancy, but like I've even seen like in Indonesia or something, and I heard they're not even that expensive, but like you could have these like hotel rooms like on the water and stuff. I don't know, something like that, something with water. Friends and family are always good, but then sometimes you want to get away from them too. So I mean, I don't know what the, like, I guess probably just me and someone else, and being on the beach and having people serve you. I don't know, not like slaves, but like, have your food brought to you and good food cooked, and I don't know, Spain, just places like it's so, I've never been there, and it's in my mind exotic thoughts, so I I wouldn't even know, but something like that. I would think.
Open up the window, take off your clothes. We're under cool water, the coolest song.
My favorite song on the record, I would think, is probably Mickey's Girl. I like, alright. And I don't know if it's my favorite to play per se. I mean, I haven't played all of them from the new record. I probably played like half of the record live, and some of it is just I don't have all the instrumental. Like a lot of the producers are just, they're good producers, but they're like space cases and like lost a lot of the tracks and stuff like that. So I don't have all the instrumentals, so that's kind of a pain in the ass. For like one or two, I just have to go over the like people still really wanted me to play certain songs. They kept bugging me or asking to play them. So I don't really like singing over the track, but it's not like I'm like lip syncing or anything. It's just over the like singing over or rapping over what's already there, and and it's only for like a few songs in the set. I would prefer not to, but if I have to, play something. So Mr. Brownstone has been going good live, but I think like the one I'm most proud of probably is Mickey's Girl, and it was like it was kind of based on another Reed song, and then so we had to get permission, and like they get all like the publishing money if any money was to be made, but it's more of like I don't know, I just like the way it came out.
Hey, what can I say about today? I fell in love with the teenage brother.
Mainly it was going to be called On the Ave, which I thought for a long time that's what it would be, because I just thought, I don't know, I like titles that are as close to, like I like simple, like Led Zeppelin 1, Led Zeppelin 2, Led Zeppelin, like I like that. So the first one was just called Mickey Avalon, and then I thought On the Ave was cool because it's like, like it's like the Ave, on the Ave, whatever. So that was actually going to be the title. Then like a manager friend guy I had back, he just came up with Electric Gigolo, and he's like, that needs to be a title. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, I just said like, until the things are on the chopping block, like it's all just hearsay. So we're like, okay, whatever. And then Cisco and me made a track called Electric Gigolo, but then that kind of got nixed, and then it was back to On the Ave. But to answer your question, we are doing the photo shoot for the record, like what was hopefully going to be the cover, and the picture we picked, which actually didn't make it to the cover. It's inside the record, but I'm in front of a bar and it's called Loaded, and there's a sign above my head. So we picked that picture. It was still gonna be called On the App, but we had that picture. And then when you make the CD, like you design it all, and then they send you the proof. And then we're like, you know what? Loaded, like we'll pick that picture, and then it's like we should name the record Loaded too. And then I was like, well, that's a better title. I like that. And my favorite Velvet Underground record's called Loaded, so I didn't know if that was like if you're even allowed to do that. And then it was like also the bar sign, so we like basically had to like find out all the legal stuff. All that was fine, and then so then we thought, okay, that's it. But then that picture, the picture that we thought was gonna be a cover, then there was a picture that was going to be on the back. We liked the one on the back better, so that became the front. Then we took that Loaded from the other picture and put it on there. And then the picture that was going to be in the front just went inside. And it's like, the packaging's real nice. It's like, folds out like that. Then there's a poster that comes out, and there's a David Cho painting that he did of me in the poster, and then different pictures. So, I mean, I'm proud of the whole thing. It was been a bitch to get out and like real frustrating, and by the time it finally did, you just like want to get something out. But it actually ended up being exactly what I would have wanted it to be, originally. So sorry it took forever, but it was what I wanted, and it was the like exact like second chapter of to the first, just way later than I thought. But the third one will be like quick, probably even less. I mean, we might even have a new EP out by like Christmas or something, because I already have a ton of songs in the can, and now that I don't have all the issues that I had with like record labels and all that shit, I can definitely not have to ever wait more than a year to. I mean, I think like a year and a half is like, a year and a half is kind of the top of like the most time it should kind of be. So I'll definitely have another one out. So.
Hey now, now, watch out for Mickey's girl, breaking hearts up and down St. Mark's. Hey now, now.
The way it went down was I got with new management that was called Regime, and then they also have a record label called Suburban Noise, and not everyone on Regime is on Suburban Noise and vice versa. And so, and like they could have shopped it, we could have shopped it to, like they have artists that are on other labels, and if another label could do better than they can do for a particular artist as good managers, they would go to that label. We because it already been a million years since I put out my last record, we kind of just didn't want to also take more time to shop it, so we're like, put this one out on Suburban Noise, and they have everything in house, so they like what they can do with $100,000 might cost someone else 300 or something. So they'll probably for the next one, I don't know that anyone could do more than they can do for me. So, but we'll still, next time we'll have time to kind of shop and see if anyone can do a better job. If they can, we'll go with them, and if not, I'll just stay. But even then, if that was to happen, it wouldn't be because anything went wrong in Suburban Noise, just be that they could do a better job. So yeah, so I'm on Suburban Noise. They have a bunch of other bands, and it's worked out. I mean, they've been great by me, so.
Girlfriend, I don't want to be a boyfriend. I just thought that we could be friends.
Well, probably way too much information. No, I mean, on tour it's different because you're on the bus and you can't go to the bathroom on the bus, so you have to get out of the bus. So, I mean, I get up pretty late because I go to bed late, and I don't know, if I'm at home, we walk to fucking Starbucks or, Jamba Juice, somewhere to get out of the house. And actually we walk a few miles a day, like that's probably my exercise. And nothing really. I don't get on the computer or anything like that. I usually don't watch TV till nighttime, so pretty much try to get out of the house, try to go for a walk. Here on tour it's totally different because like you'll get to the next town, check in a hotel, they'll usually go do sound check, and then it's so that it's really just a night kind of thing. I have to be there like an hour before the show or something, so kind of, you would think you have more off time, but there's always kind of something going on,
No trouble that I can't afford. I got a daughter at home. I got a name on my neck. I don't need another baby in my life just yet.
The can't use the bathroom is the most hated. And I mean, you could piss, but I like it because you could travel far, like it makes it I don't know, or at least when I was a kid, or even now, like on airplanes, you're like, fuck, how long is it gonna take to get there? And it's just like kind of like a pain in the ass. Like the longer it is, like the more annoying it is. Where on the bus, sometimes like you don't even want to get out. Like you could sleep, like you'll sleep all night like a baby, because it's vibrant. I don't know what it is, but just you like lay in the bunk and you just. I used to just sleep in the back room, just like out on the couch, or I'd have a bed in the back. But now I just sleep in the bunks because you sleep so good. And I don't know, there's TV, computer, DVDs, all that stuff. So, it's just like easy. You finish the show, and if we have a far drive, we'll leave right at night, and you'll just pretty much you just wake up and you're there. Like whatever time of day it is, you're pretty much gonna sleep and wake up and be there. Whether it's, noon to 4, you'll sleep from noon to 4. Whether it's 4 in the morning till noon, it's just, you just sleep good, everything's there. It's kind of like life. It's just like simple. Like you're not worried about being bored or thinking about what to do. You just either, like I said, you either watch something like, I don't know, we'll get into like a series. You know, like right now we just got Boardwalk Empire. We got it. They went to Walmart, and I was like, get me the first season of that, because I like to watch the shows like from the very beginning, you know, every episode. So last tour was a show called Shameless. It's not the American one, the British one, and I watched like first 5 seasons. So I would look forward to like watching it on the bus, and then when I went to Australia, I watched season 6, 7, 8, and now season 9 is on as we speak, but it's in Britain, so it's hard for me to find them. But I found some on YouTube, but and I just like watching them in order. So if there's like one skips, I have to kind of wait till I find it. So it's just kind of like just not thinking about shit.
Bitch in my crib, but she's sleeping tight, and so's your mom, smoking tough. Can't go far 'cause I stole the car.
Last time it was Andre Legacy was back on tour with us, and then this time, and he was on our bus because we're all friends, but this time it's a band called The Millionaires. They're like a few chicks, and they're opening. They're not on the bus. They're in their own following this, but I've caught the end of a few of their sets. They're cool. They're like young girls. They're hot. They sell these. They make these bows in their hair and sell them. And I don't know. It's cool. It's like a lot of times, you know, the people that I get paired up with or something. You know, it's more about stuff that would have like similar fans. So, you know, it's not really about whether I like them or don't like them. I mean, they're fine. I wouldn't even necessarily listen to my own music, so let alone. I mean, I do sometimes when I'm making it, but you know, the kind of stuff I like probably wouldn't be on tour with me. You know, so which is fine. Right now. And it actually could be a good fit, and I like their music, is Hank Williams' grandson. We've actually hung out, and he came to one. He was a fan of mine, and like hit up my booking agent when I was in Nashville, and then came to the show, and we even have some footage of him like singing along to friends and lovers in the audience. But I think that would be cool. He's the people who took me to Australia, they're taking him out there for the first time, and I guess he travels with like 17 people. There's like, he does like 3 bands, and I guess he does every single one every night, so it's like basically like almost like 3 sets, you know, just hours of music, and so all those different, and I think maybe some people are in both or whatever, but just all the people all together is like 14 people, so I mean, it just seems like that could be fun, and he's Hank Williams' grandson. I love country, so I think that could be cool. And it's like they have he's like more punk rock too, so I think his fans like could possibly dig what I do, especially if he backed it up.
What you gonna do when the clock strikes 2 and all the freaks come out on the air?
I don't know. I mean, my mom, you know, is there, but you know, then you can't get too much support from your mom because like you don't want to be a mama's boy, and you know, and even though their motives are always genuine, it's like, you know, moms are moms, and I don't know, like they would never steer you like awry like on purpose or sometimes, but sometimes they could like, you know, be like overbearing and stuff like that. So, but I mean, I'd say probably just continuously like that I know is there, you know, and would try to help however much. I'd say probably my mom, and then you know, whatever, probably whoever I'm dating at the time or something. But those are all, you know, that once with relationships, when that ends, it's kind of, I mean, if you're going to become friends, it's not going to be for years, if ever, so I can't say that there's one particular one, but I mean, I'd say probably, you know, currently probably like who I'm with, you know, and you know, she just does a lot of she like takes care of a lot of, I don't know, stuff that My mom actually did take care of it one time, but then that was kind of too, I didn't really trust like other business people or something, so I had my mom do a lot of it, but like I said, that's not necessarily, like certain things you do need the pros to do, so I'd say my chick probably does the most, not like assistant stuff, but kind of keeping the boat afloat, and then if anything goes wrong or something, then there's, kind of people down, like she could, I don't know, like I would rather her hit up my mom for something that we needed help with than like me do it, so I guess my mom and my girlfriend, I can't survive without women in my life. I can't take care of myself, but I try. I always try. And then whenever I think I'm going to be alone for a while, I never really last too long. So, I mean, I guess it's better than being alone all the time.
Doors more to the meaning. 4 on the floor, 3 on the tree end. I'm doing speed on the 405 freeway.
I'm so stoked. I went to game 3. I went to game 3. I've been wearing King shirts on stage for the last few games, and it was amazing. I've been going to games all year, and then we went to the last game, and then, or not, like the second to last game of the season, and we weren't even in the playoffs, then we barely got in, and I kept saying this, but I was kind of like, being optimistic. I was like, we're going to win the cup this year. My friend, who's like a huge Kings fan, like, as much as we all wanted that to happen, no one really thought it was really going to happen, and then we got in the playoffs, then we beat Vancouver, and then we just kept going, and then we knew it. Okay, now we have to win. So I saw game 3 at the Staples Center, and then game 4, which we could have clinched it then, and we didn't have tickets, and then they were supposedly going to open up. The box office was going to sell tickets at 3 o'clock. They're going to open some, so there's like a line around the block, and my friend was like in the front, and we went there, and then at 3 they said they weren't going to do that, and it just got all crazy, and I had a show that night, so my friend ended up buying a ticket for like $1,400, which is crazy, but he was like right in the front, and it was crazy in LA. Then we lost, but we still knew we were, like, when we were 3-0, we knew we were winning, so then I just watched the game here. Actually, we had our day off the day before yesterday, and I don't know, I was super stoked. So, I won't be able to see the cup because I'm on the road, but my friend, he'll definitely see it. I never really had any job better than minimum wage before this. There's a kid, he's not a kid anymore, but came to the show yesterday that worked with me at Noah's Bagels out here. Like, I got this. They were at soundcheck yesterday, and they were at my DJ sent me this picture. Check it out. Me, look at the stupid face I made. Me with shaved head back then, and this chick I did at the time. And he's like, I'm like, where the fuck did you get that? And he's like, someone is here. And I thought it was the chick, and I was kind of stoked because I thought she'd probably dead or something. So he goes. No, this guy Tyler, this guy I worked with at Noah's Bagels. So he came to the show, and he's coming tonight too. Sorry. So yeah. You can only work dead end jobs. Too many of them before you just kind of give up. So yeah. But so I'm glad this happened for me. The best job I had once was I went to community college, and then the teacher had me, I worked in the writing center, like writing tutor, and I got $9 an hour, which was rad back then because minimum wage was like $5, so I don't know. I got my finger on the trigger.
trigger. Now my pants are getting bigger with the fully automatic. Get the weather.